Hello Libra, today we are tapping into the energy of the full moon in Aries on the 29th of September to understand what you're being encouraged to release over the coming month. Your tarot cards are already out. I'm going to pull a surrender oracle for you, some clarifiers, and also Moonology oracle to get you a message of support from this full moon. If it's your first time here Libra, welcome. I'm Kirsty, a full-time professional tarot reader and astrologer. So what are you being asked to release by this full moon Libra? Let's get you a card. We'll have a look at it in a moment when we look at the obstacles and the outcomes. Right, Libra. So, underlying energy for this full moon in Aries for you. We've got the King of Wands reversed. It can be a person. It's coming in as a court card. The King of Wands, possibly a fire sign. So we've got Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But more broadly, the King of Wands talks about leadership, our ability to direct our willpower, say what's what in our life. He's coming in reversed. So this is a sense here of expressing our will, getting our own way, chasing after, what it is that we want. Having had some difficulties, so there's more understanding here about when people can't do what they want to do, or when people can't take the action that they want to take. But there is a little bit more of a hard line approach with this. So we do have leadership, we do have will, self-expression here, but a little bit of a hard line approach coming in with this King of Wands. On the underlying with Wands, this is all about action, passion, fire, creativity. The situation for you, we've got the Knight of Swords reversed. This can often talk about a reckless approach to something, opening your mouth, maybe putting foot in it, but yeah, we've got a bit of a rushing in, a little bit of a reckless approach here. This situation, we've got the Hermit and we've got the Eight of Wands reversed. Looking at this reckless situation with the Hermit reversed, this is a sense here of, with the Hermit, it can talk about withdrawing from life, from a particular situation, to go in and really sort of consider what we want, where we're going. If we go into the Hermit, this could be sort of physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If we go into the Hermit mode and we're in there for too long, we do get a little bit of a fear here of sort of coming back out into the world. Sometimes we can develop fears or phobias, maybe of other people sometimes. And around you, we've got this Eight of Wands energy, obviously. Take it whichever way round it resonates. The Eight of Wands, again, there's a lot of action with this Eight of Wands, getting things moving situations forward. But when it comes in reverse, there isn't actually anything sort of solid being grounded. So there is this sense of lots of action, but just going kind of round and round and round with it. No resolution with this Eight of Wands reversed. In the past, we've got this Eight of Cups energy. The Eight of Cups talks about the things that emotionally fulfill us. At the Eight, there's a sense of having detached, moved on, understood that there's maybe more out there, but it's time to, something that you've invested in emotionally for a while. There's an understanding here that it is time to move on. There may have been, so in the present, we may have this little bit of a kind of a reckless action. We've got this Hermit, maybe a sort of a fear of coming back out of this Hermit energy if you've been away, detached and distant for a little while, and around you there is this sort of sense of round and round and round. Incoming energy, we have got the Four of Swords reversed. Again, this is a sort of a sense of your isolation being interrupted, any sort of rest, recuperation, relaxation, withdrawal. Being interrupted or coming back into a situation after a little while away. Could be if this is a person with his King of Wands. This could be somebody kind of coming back in. And then obstacle, we've got the Seven of Wands reversed, and then the outcome, we've got the Five of Wands. We'll have a look, we'll get you some clarifiers here for you. The reading is general to the zodiac sign, so the specific situation will be individual for each of you. If you'd like to share your experiences of what's going on this month, I'd love to read about it in the comments below. if you have a look at your birth chart, if you have planets between 5 and 7 degrees of Aries, Cancer, Libra or Capricorn, this full moon will actually be triggering, activating your natal chart. So you will experience the endings and epiphanies being brought in by this full moon in very sort of real and practical ways. If you are a Libra rising, the full moon in Aries is activating the area of life that does have to do with one-to-one partnerships, whether these are romantic, business, or just contractual, the people that we provide services for. Or get services from. Let's have a look what you've been asked to release. Oh, we did that already, didn't we? I didn't know what to do today, Libra. Right, let's have a look. Oh, surrender to prayer. Okay. So give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So it looks like coming in, there is a sense of you trying to do that, but maybe being disrupted by external events. I mean, looking at this, it does look like you've sort of moved away from something, and then we do have this sort of interruption coming back in, disturbing the peace, a little bit kind of reckless, maybe coming in with this kind of round and round and round energy, not actually resolving anything, just kind of coming in and kicking all the dust up. So you are being encouraged to surrender to prayer, to meditate if possible. Apart from this I say, this disturbance and this interruption, it does look like whatever this situation is, you have withdrawn from it to really sort of work on yourself. And now with this interruption, possibly with this King of Wands energy coming back in, or this Knight of Swords, possibly an air sign for some of you, you know, your peace and your hermit, your nice little lovely hermit, warm cozy, is being interrupted. Let's get you some clarifiers. Right, okay, so we're going to do this Four of Swords reversed incoming, the Seven of Wands reversed is the obstacle, and the Five of Wands in the outcome. If you're finding value in the reading so far, Libra, please do strike that thumb of love and light below. It helps me know that the reading is relevant for the community, and also helps it to find others who may need to hear it. Right, let's have a look. What's this Four of... Oh, hello, Four of Cups, the Devil. Oh my goodness, okay. Obstacle. King of Wands reversed. Oh, right, okay, so... yeah, there's definitely something going on here. This, whatever this is underlying, whatever this King of Wands relates to for you, is definitely part of the obstacle with this Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, outcome, the Fool, Five of Wands, Queen of Cups. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I mean, with this Wheel of Fortune on the underlying, it does definitely look like the situation has changed. Things have adapted. So if there's a fear that maybe everything's the same as it was before you sort of went on this retreat, moved away, went on your retreat, it does look like there has been a change in circumstances. There's definitely something that's been moving or shaking while you've been away. Right, so Four of Swords, this interruption from the peace, the tranquility. We've got the Four of Cups. This can talk about emotional ambivalence. And then with the Devil energy, we've got that sort of the things that we give our powers away to, the things that pull our strings. This to me looks like something that you've moved away from, you've detached from, you've been off sort of just contemplating, trying to draw a line under things, come to terms with things, draw a line and move on. And it does look like it's coming back in here to pull your strings. This may be some kind of offer, or somebody coming back in, or possibly you thinking, oh, you know, he's maybe turned back up again. If this is a person, they may be sort of suddenly in your consciousness, in your awareness, in your view, and you're actually sort of thinking, oh, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Is there actually something here? And then we've got all of this sort of Devil energy coming back in. So this is the things that pull your strings. It could be difficult behaviour patterns, kind of toxic energy, people, situations, substances, that kind of thing. So this looks to me like something that you've distanced yourself from quite substantially. You know, you've done a lot of work around it, around distancing yourself from, and it does look like it's going to be kind of parading itself back in front of you. And you're looking at it thinking, I don't know, possibly this Knight of Swords, King of Wands, something like that, right? But this is very much an energy of kind of round and round and round. So although the situation has changed, although the situation has adapted, there is a sense here of it not actually grounding. It's still being very similar. You know, you've still got this sort of round and round, this lack of resolution. So it could be that maybe you were very resolved, and now that it's back, you're thinking, oh my goodness, do I want to? Is there actually any value in this, or is this just the same as it was before? It does look like there's been some kind of change or up leveling. With the Seven of Wands reverse, Seven of Wands talks about fighting your corner, defending your victories, all of that kind of thing. When it comes in reverse, there's a lack here of standing up for what you believe in, standing up, you know, not defending things, not picking your priorities and putting your energies towards that. And it is coming in with this King of Wands energy. So whatever this King of Wands is representing for you, as you say, it'll be different for each of you, whether this is your ability to prioritize, to put your efforts to direct your own life, or whether this is actually a person coming in that has maybe been a little bit of a hardliner in the past. I suspect that the obstacle here is a lack of standing up for what you really believe in, fighting, you know, fighting for your priorities, that kind of thing. Obviously take that however it resonates. And then the outcome, we've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Fool energy, again we've got the Five of Wands, okay, and we've got the Queen of Cups, okay. So the Five of Wands can talk about arguing, it can talk about differences of opinion, it can talk about creative differences, it can talk about competition. So we've got the Fool, we've got the Five of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Cups. Now this Queen of Cups could be bringing in an energy of another person. We've got water signs, we've got Cancerian energy, Pisces, Scorpio maybe. But the Queen of Cups does talk more broadly about the link, the intuitive, compassionate link that we have between our mind and our feelings, our thoughts and our actions, you know, that kind of thing. It is a beautiful creative energy. It could be pointing directly to a long-term partner or a sort of a mothering archetype, male or female. The Five of Wands, as I say, we've got this kind of competition. We've got this to me, this card always feels like somebody giving someone a blast of what you think. And we do have this, we do have the Fool card. This talks about acting on your instincts, taking a leap of faith with something quite big. Okay. So you're being encouraged to surrender to prayer, whatever it is that's trying to come in and disrupt your peace. Libra, I think with this Devil energy, you know, possibly a Capricorn, having your strings pulled, thinking again, oh my goodness me, is this any different? Is there anything here of value for me? I've been through this before. It's just a constant, ongoing looping round. You are being encouraged to really, wherever possible, you know, sort of stay in this contemplation, try to understand the truth of what happened. Let's get you a message of support from this full moon in Aries. Can we have a message of support for Libra, please? What would you like to say to Libra? Believe in the impossible. Okay, Libra, there you go. I mean, looking at this, it does look like something has absolutely changed. There has been a turning of events with the Wheel of Fortune. It talks about a new chapter in an existing situation. So there's definitely been some kind of changing of events, turning of events, which I suspect, looking at your energy, there's a lot of meditation, a lot of contemplation. This is something that you detached yourself from. And it's now kind of coming back in, and you're actually looking at it thinking, is there anything here for me? Do I want this or not? Or are you just coming in to pull my strings? Are you just coming in to trigger me? I do feel that there is absolutely something here that has changed. You've got the blue moon, believe in the impossible. Yeah, once in a blue moon. Blue moons are, they occur when we have 2 full moons in a month, which doesn't really happen. It doesn't happen very often. And depending on how you categorize a blue moon, you know, the rarer they get. Yeah, so believe in the impossible with this Libra. There's definitely been some kind of situation that's changed. There's been adaptation, change in circumstances. It looks like whatever this unresolved energy was previously, there is a willingness here to move on, to start again, to begin again. We're going from the Wheel to the Fool. So this is going from a new chapter, but actually reinventing the whole situation for you. Okay, so if you do this clearing out, surrender to prayer, believe in the impossible. What new things are coming in for you, Libra? We will be having a look at your next New Moon, New Beginnings reading on the 14th of October. In the meantime, next week we have specific love readings, dedicated love readings. The weekend after, we have a 3-month forecast to celebrate the autumn equinox. And then, as I say, I'll be back on the 14th with your New Moon, New Beginnings readings. In the meantime, feel free to catch up with your current season or new moon readings. They're down below. I wish you clear eyes, a calm mind, and a resilient heart.